Waking up here at Bly Gap. It was cold last night. Chickens walking around, making a scene. He just brought us the bear bag. He broke the limb off trying to get it down, which is okay, but he didn't think it was so great. But anyway, we're gonna make some breakfast and some coffee and get to going and maybe make some good miles today. My feet feel pretty good, of course, because I've not stood up on them yet, and we'll just see. And there's the sun somewhere. Yep, there it is. Oh. Happy Monday. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to watch us walk up a mountain. Usually I don't film that because it's hard to talk and walk up, but this is called Sharp Top, and it is serious. I think it's like 400 foot and a half a mile, which is pretty steep. You can only do it in like bite-sized pieces, or I can only do it in bite-sized pieces. We watched some young kids just walk up it today. But we're probably up here about 4,000-ish feet. Here with Papa Smurf and Chicken.
Come on, man, you can do it. Barely. Hi.
Hi.
Squeeze off. Goodness.
That's what I said, like, and you got long legs.
That's,
Yikes. Okay, you guys, so we have made it to Sassafras Gap, and this is where Chicken and I and Papa Smurf are going to eat lunch and take a rest, and I'm probably going to go poop, although you didn't want to know that. And then we have to go up that guy and then back down, and then I don't know what else, but we're doing pretty good. What time is it, do you think?
It is 11:55.
11:55. So we've been walking for like 2.5 hours.
2 hours and 23 minutes.
We've been doing good. So we are not halfway there, but that's okay. We're gonna make it.
we're a third of the way there.
Talk to y'all later. So here we are. Here's a little creek out beside Muskrat Shelter, or Sheeter. Cute little shelter up here. Thought I would share it with you guys. We're not going to stay here, but we're going to push on. Even though we don't want to, we are going to. Here's a nice little tent spot for some tents. And it's almost log cabin-ish. It's got a great little overhang with the picnic tables under it and places to eat dinner. We got Chicken in there, and he's doing a video on the crazy thing. And then here is the plaque.
I've never seen anything like this other than at the
It's a good little fire ring right here. And then the privy, Papa Smurf's up there in the privy. So that's why we stopped here, is because he had to poop. So we hit the woods earlier, so we're good, but he wanted to wait for the privy. So we're just going to take a rest.
KGB mind.
Yeah, somebody's writing this on every shelter that we come up against.
Yorktown
So,
Virginia.
don't know what that's about.
Yorktown, Virginia.
But this is the shelter. Cute little shelter.
Control Super Fortress.
We just left the Muskrat shelter. We only stopped for a minute. Just so Pop Smurf could go poo-poo and we could rest our feet. And then we're now headed up to Indian Mountain, Standing Indian Mountain Shelter, someplace. The terrain's pretty just rolly hills. There's no major climbs, so we're actually going to get some decent miles in today for the first time in like 3 days. Very excited about it. We got some major climbs in this morning, but this afternoon is pretty not really easy, but easier, and we can walk and breathe and not feel like we're out of shape. So we'll check back with you when we get down the trail some, if we see something really cool. All right.
Who may dwell in your sanctuary? Who may live on your holy hill? Who may dwell in your sanctuary? Who may live on your holy hill? Only he whose walk is blameless, only he who does what is righteous, only he who speaks the truth from his heart, only he.
Honestly, you guys, it's moments like this in the trail that kind of boost the morale and kind of get you re-centered and refocused and re-energized and ready for more. Some of the mountains that we're climbing up are legitly hard. So like when you're in the middle of the mountain climb, it's like, what am I doing out here? This is horrible. Why did I choose to do this? And then you get over the mountain, and what had been happening was coming down the back side of them, my feet were hurting so bad that it was like hard going up because I couldn't breathe and my legs were tired, and miserable going down because my feet were just felt destroyed. So now that my feet are kind of under control, it's nice coming down because it doesn't hurt as bad. And these rolling hills here where it's not too terribly bad, definite morale booster. Definite. And we can walk up these without even having to stop to take a breath, you know, and not being too worn out. And then the downhills are not so dramatic that your knees, ankles, and feet are just shredded, or at least they feel like it. So day 15 has been a good day. Praise the Lord. We got about a half a mile before we get down to Bly Gap where we're going to camp. We are spent. This last mountain has been a lot of rock climbing, and from what we hear, tomorrow's mountain, which is a 5,000 footer, I think it's that guy right there. We have heard that it is a lot of rock climbing, so we might just climb over it and camp. Just going downhill and landing on, ouch, on these rocks with your feet over and over with a loaded pack, and my overweight body has been unpleasant. So I hear water. Can't see it. Papa Smurf has been keeping us laughing, which laughter is the best medicine, so we're still in good spirits, but we're just tired. Our feet and our knees. It's funny, ever since we've been kind of hanging out with Papa Smurf, Chicken is not so easy to run off and hike ahead. He likes hanging out with Papa Smurf. Sorry, you guys, I'm stepping down and it's like serious. I'm not trying to shake the camera, but it's hard. But Papa Smurf likes to pick on him, and they laugh, and that makes me laugh, and that's good for morale, especially when you're tired. You know, not being out here alone when we're tired is a big deal. Me and Papa Smurf have both talked about how glad we are that we ran into each other, because otherwise I would be doing this really basically alone, because Chicken would be going on down the mountain, and it's hard when you're alone and you're tired and you still have so much further to go. That's nice, isn't it? Little water source. Guess if we need water, we can send the boy back up here to get it. On a brighter note, my little homemade insoles that I made from that blue piece of foam that I found on the side of the trail. It's hanging off the side of Chicken's backpack, so when I catch up, you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I made myself some insoles with it, and my feet are in better shape with those homemade insoles than anything I've tried so far. Let me zoom in. So that piece of blue foam right there, it was just in the woods. There was a bunch of garbage around it where it looked like somebody camped. Then they didn't take their stuff with them, and they just left it. So I rolled that sucker up. I didn't know it would be helping my feet, but it has.